Right, here we are ready to start talking about typical test question 8. So, this whole topic 5 really is exploring the welfare implications of per capita GDP. What we're going to do is we're going to look at two economies typically, and we're going to say, are people better off in the richer economy? The richer economy might be a different place, like think of the US in comparison to Sweden or to China or some other place. Or it might be at different times. Like, how's the U.S. doing now compared to 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago? Yeah, we're saying, how is it doing now? It's an interesting question since we're in the middle of a COVID pandemic and the economy is kind of shut down temporarily. But that's not a long run issue. That's more of a short run issue. We'll maybe talk about that later. All right. So the point to make sure you understand first is that when we're comparing economies and saying one is richer, by richer we mean greater per capita GDP. Refer back to the typical test question 7 if you don't remember that. And the point is we're going to be looking at 5 different, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 4, I don't know, 4 or 5 different different points. Oh yeah, we've already covered the first point, the basic idea, the reason for the question. And the reason for the question, of course, is the idea that if there's more goods being produced, then that means that it's possible that everybody in that economy has more stuff. You might want to go back all the way to the foundations of the course and the little discussion of welfare with reference to command of necessaries and conveniences. But anyhow, keep in mind we're looking at a very basic materialist point of view. People want and need goods and services, you might say, in order to thrive and be happy and to make the most of their lives. And so we start with the premise that richer economies could provide their people with more goods and therefore with more welfare. And typical test questions 8 through 11 are going to evaluate a whole bunch of different, 4 different ways in which we cannot jump to the conclusion that richer economies have happier people.